Hello and welcome to my world and this week's commentary video. As a lot of you know, my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer back in December, and she's been in and out of the hospital a couple of times, and and I've been finding ways to occupy myself around the house and like taking advantage of being able to try and get various things that have in order that have been put off for a long time for one reason or another over the years to for when she's able to come back home, things are going to be nice and neat and everything, so mom can be completely comfortable. If anybody wants to donate to her GoFundMe to help cover the medical expenses that are involved, that link is in the description below. Now, as I'm going through various boxes and different things, I am finding stuff that I didn't realize that was in the house. That's dating back to the 1990s when my dad first bought this house. Um, so I decided that we're gonna kind of do like a semi unboxing of things that have been packed away who knows how long ago and see what we have here, which is it's going to involve me basically bringing boxes from two floors up down here to open it and see what's there. And a good example of what I found, I posted on Instagram last week. I found some games for the Sega Genesis, which I admitted would have made a great video here, but anyway. What's in this box? Clearly, this box is indicated for Staples, but there's nothing from Staples in this box. I can guarantee it. Hence why I have this chair here. So what we got a bunch. We have VHS tapes and a lot, and quite a few of here. They're all standing up one particular way here. Let's see. We'll run through them, see what's in the box. Matter of fact, let me just. So this way you can see. And they're all standing upward, so I'm going to be careful in lifting these things out because the bottom's here. So what we got in now in the collection that we officially have. Cary Grant, Eva Marie Saint, James Mason Inn, Alfred Hitchcock's North by Northwest VHS as part of the MGM Home Video Collection. Original copyright 1959, 2 hours and 16 minutes. Good movie. I personally have not watched many Alfred Hitchcock films, but I have seen this one. Next. Sealed, mint condition. Completely. Humphrey Bogart, Mary Astor in The Maltese Falcons, part of Inglorious Black and White. This is also part of the from MGM United Artists Home Video through Turner. He's 1941, 1 hour 41 minutes. Wow, and this is in mint condition too. Never been opened. So, and I've never seen the Maltese Falcon. So I'm trying to track it down digitally. What we got here? William Powell and Myrna Loy, rather, starring in The Thin Man Goes Home, an MGM United Artists home video presentation. You know, let's see. Released. Well, this is also in black and white. Again, so approximately 1 hour 42 minutes. Enjoyed the 5 other films in the Thin Man collection: The Thin Man, After the Thin Man, Another Thin Man, Shadow of the Thin Man, and Song of the Thin Man. So apparently it was a franchise. It was a franchise back in the day. So kind of cool there. This I have seen before. As a matter of fact, I have this also on DVD. Spine-tingling adventures. It's actually Radar Men from the Moon, where it's the introduction of a new character, Commando Cody. I know exactly when I first watched this too. It starred George Wallace as the titular character of Commander Cody. I watched this. I would have been like the second or third grade. Matter of fact, I know where I was living. It was on 37th Street in Westfield, Westfield Avenue here, and me and my mom and my brother were living in one apartment across the street, and my dad was actually living across the street in another apartment. Long story there. And he got this tape, and like every Saturday, I would literally cross the street over, and we watched one episode at a time as like a weekly serial. So this was actually kind of cool. It's a very good adventure in terms of again, a serialized storytelling. Each of the first 11 chapters ends in a cliffhanger. There are some tropes that are kind of ridiculous. That's how the suits never get dirty, hats never fall off the heads. It's like, or the origin of a joke that I occasionally use on stream. We got to make we got to get escape. We're being chased. Make a 180-degree turn. It's like 180 being you just turning around and going back the way you came. There you go. Alistair McLean's Puppet on the Chain, the action of Guns of the Navarro, the intrigue of Ice Station Zebra, the suspense of Where Eagles Dare. That's a good movie. All add up to his biggest and best seller. So I guess it's a movie based on a book. Who stars in this? Sven Bertel Taub as Paul Sherman. Alexander Knox as Police Chief DeGraff. Let's see, 1989 Star Classics. So this VHS format, I'm not even sure what Star Classics is. Runs 97 minutes. It's in color. So, and this VHS tape is blank too, on top of everything else. So it makes me wonder if it's the actual tape. I mean, it's in the sleeve. But I'm going to assume the Star Classics video indicated on the side here is just maybe an offshoot, like independent seller. I mean, there are a lot of them bootlegs and things of that nature. I do remember watching this. Hall Rock Studios, Dick Tracy's Dilemma. Matter of fact, I remember watching this, and I think I have this on DVD. And matter of fact, there's a connection between this and the Commander Cody one, as well, as both were like through RKO Pictures. This was 1947, 62 minutes, black and white. It's a Dick Tracy story, and I believe I actually have this on DVD. So it's pretty cool there. We got a James Bond film. Actually, we got a couple James Bond films in this box. This one is part of the James Bond 007 collection, with Roger Moore as the titular character in Octopussy, the greatest title of any Bond film ever. Octopussy. That's right, we get away with saying it here. It's like Leonard Martin gave it 3.5 stars. The Grand Escape is fair, and Octopussy is actually a pretty damn good movie too. It was funny though, and when it comes to the James Bond films on VHS, I remember because I think there was like like MGM United Artists kind of had things coming out. They had a couple different collections. I believe there was like a Sean Connery only collection. You had and then there was a 007 collection, and it gets even nuttier on DVD. Oh boy. Next, Watch out, CIA. Beware, 007. Here comes Harry Sinet in Deadly Missile, the ultimate weapon, starring Anthony Easley, Wanda Lay, and Diana Loris. Saturn Productions Incorporated. Harry Sinet is the cleverest agent of top secret Section S, must stop a tyrannical head of an organization from launching a rocket to the moon equipped with powerful lasers, with which he counts on a blackmailing and dominating the Earth. Harry's assisted in his mission by some other agents of Section S, who not only wear skirts but are quite unbelievably beautiful, starting with Lieutenant Patricia. Together with his fascinating lady collaborators and unlimited resources, he faces incredible dangers and impossible situations in his quest to foil a madman's plan. So this tape was produced in 1988. And that's all I know. So, yeah. There you go. Speaking of James Bond here, we got the VHS of GoldenEye, starring Pierce Brosnan. As 1995, 2 hours and 10 minutes. I did not see GoldenEye in theaters. I was old enough at the time, but I did not see it in theaters. However, I did see the next film that I'm about to put out in theaters. Tomorrow Never Dies. So, I didn't see GoldenEye, but I did see Tomorrow Never Dies. As a matter of fact, I saw the other Bond films that Bronson was in theaters. No. Wait, did I see... Die Another Day I didn't see it. I saw this one and what was the other one? So I saw 2 of the 4 Bronson films in theaters, but can't remember the other one. So this was a great film. I don't care what people say. I found this to be a very good Bond film, and I would dare say it's probably my favorite of the of Bronson's era. Anyway, and we got another Bond film going back to the Roger Moore as part of the 007 collection series, Live and Let Die. Inventive, thrilling, high-powered, according to Time magazine. Now, there is a lot of... one could say there's a lot of heat when it comes to Live and Let Die because of the era it came out in, and it was kind of capitalizing on the blaxploitation films of the era, where basically you're just taking James Bond and dropping them in those types of films. So at least that's how a lot of it comes across when people look back at it. And it's probably not the best way that Roger Moore's character version of James Bond could have debuted, but it is what it is. It's Paramount. So we had a bunch of MGM stuff. So Paramount Pictures Special Edition, Tommy Lee Jones, Samuel L. Jackson in The Rules of Engagement. According to Larry King in USA Today, wow, what a great film. So the special edition on a VHS tape, so casting crew interviews, behind the scenes documentary. So to get to that stuff, I believe you had to watch through the entire film and to get to those special features. And so that kind of is what it is there. A hero should never have to stand alone. Let's stick that in there. And we got here an action-packed adventure classic, The Son of Monte Cristo, starring Louis Hayward and Joan Bennett, a reckless adventurer. This movie came out in 1940, black and white, running on a time of 102 minutes. Who did the release of it? So this VHS was apparently released through United American Video. So what's this? Swashbuckling done on a big scale with Hayward battling Sanders, while at the same time vying for Bennett's hand. Very well made and is an action-packed adventure. Sit back and enjoy an old classic. Really not much to go on. So in addition, that Sanders was George Sanders. There's also Florence Bates and Lionel Royce. So kind of curious on that one. Either find it digitally or find a TV that can accept the VHS input. Digitally mastered for superior sound and picture quality. The X-Files movie. 2 thumbs up, says Cisco and Ebert. Smart, sexy, and sensational. X marks the spot, according to ABC TV. I wasn't big on the X-Files, the show. So I really didn't sit down and watch the movie at all. So it's in the collection. Now, a movie I did see. Alright, so this is a movie I did see in theaters. Kurt Russell, James Spader, star in the most amazing film of the year, Stargate. Matter of fact, there's even an advertising on the back of this here for Earth 2 airing on NBC. That's neat. And does VHS distribution handle through live entertainment? What the hell? Gotta show, there was a lot of different VHS distribution places back in the day. It's like, okay, we had MGM had their own, and look at some of the names. Paramount had their own, clearly. So the packaging was done through packaging designed through live entertainment, because this was I forget what studio did this, and I'm trying to see on the back here without either which way. Kind of makes you wonder if some of these old VHS distribution places are still around. We got another James Bond film, and it's from the portion of Roger Moore's tenure where he was hitting his stride. Again, from the James Bond 007 collection, Roger Moore's James Bond in Moonraker. Bond goes to space. Great quote from one of the villains on the back here. Look after Mr. Bond. See that some harm comes to him. The unimaginable, most satisfactorily imagined, according to Vincent Canby of the New York Times. Granted, one could argue that Moonraker is just a spy who loves me in space, because both films have the exact same plot. Did I slip that? Okay, I must have slipped that down to the wrong thing here, or unless I have two. Nope. I have another copy of the Rules of Engagement here. Tommy Lee Jones, Samuel Jackson, everything. So, but this one. Oh, this one's a bootleg copy. You want to know how I can? Yeah. So, I have a bootleg copy of it in the collection. Well, ain't no bootlegging was a thing, you know. All right. And speaking of bootlegs, we got bootleg of Hoodlum starring Lawrence Fishburne, Tim Roth, and Vanessa Williams, along with Andy Garcia. At least I think it's a bootleg. No, it's not. It's an actual copy. Boy, the box is certainly suspect as hell. But the tape is certainly legitimate in terms of all the markings and everything. All right. Oh, this is making me wonder if I have certain films on it. CBS Fox Home Video. I know I had a bunch of my favorite films had this were through this distribution. This is The French Connection 2, starring Gene Hackman. I've never watched this, but I I had a there, and I'm kind of hoping now if I go through more boxes and stuff, because I know I had Star Wars like Episode 4, Empire Strikes Back, and Zorro the Gay Blade through CBS Fox Home Video. I know those were in the collection at somewhere. Bruce Willis, Madeline Stowe, and Brad Pitt star in 12 Monkeys. The Future is History. One of the year's very best films, according to Dennis Cunningham of CBS News. And oddly enough, I've never watched this. Oh, there was something about it that I guess it wasn't advertised well because, again, I think I was in high school. When did this come out? 1995? No, I was in middle school. It's like that. 95, I was like the 8th grade, I think. 7th or 8th grade, one or the other. And we got this one used. Howard Stern's Private Parts. Never before has a man done so much with so little. And again, we got a big sticker on it that says previous viewed movies for $9.99. Oh, hey. You grab movies for cheap if they were previously viewed. This is Paramount production released through Reicher Entertainment on home video. So again, that raises a question in that regard. But it's actually a very good film in terms of breaking down Howard Stern, and you get that appreciation for him, for how his career came out. What we got next here? Yank it out. Peter Lorre and Alfred Hitchcock's Secret Agent. Black and white, 84 minutes. And and released in 1936. I've never watched it. I can safely say this, I've never seen it. Released 1935, starring Robert Donat and Madeline Carroll in Alfred Hitchcock's The 39 Steps. Now, I've seen The 39 Steps, but not this version of it. I have not watched this particular version of it, which I think is the first version that was filmed, so it might be the original one, the first film of it. So I've never seen it. Again, some of these films I have seen, some of these I have not. Oh, I've seen this one, and I know for a fact this one. Nope, this was a legit one. At least questionable marks are on it. Ralph Fiennes, Uma Thurman, Sean Connery star in The Avengers. Before the Marvel Cinematic Universe ruined the name. The Avengers, based on the TV series, which actually was a pretty good show. I've seen that one on reruns. This movie in and of itself, though, is a complete farce. There is... When you sit and watch it, particularly when you watch a lot of exterior shots of it, you start wondering, where the fuck are all the people? But essentially, but another thing that stands out with it is Sean Connery playing a villain, but it's kind of taken away when you see that in one scene that he's basically wearing a teddy bear suit. But it kind of is what is there. From the Connery Classics collection. This is what, and I didn't realize this was in the same box here. And this is what I was talking about. Multiple James Bond collections or different things of nature. This is From Russia with Love. Arguably the best damn Bond film ever. Fuck anything starring Daniel Craig. But yeah, and it has an animated short with the Pink Panther and the Pink of the Night included. So yeah, so this one along with, and I think I have it down here because I think I talked about it a while back. You Only Live Twice is the ones that we have. As a matter of fact, I do have it because I also have For Your Eyes Only and RoboCop down here as well, because I talked about those ones, which I happened to find accidentally months ago. And before issues with my mom started having medical issues. But From Russia with Love, you have what that that great opening. You have that great scene where you think it's Bond getting killed. You have the lead villainess with the little knife in her shoe. The fight in the train compartment. The everything getting the Lecter Codex. It was. Oh, it's a great Bond film. Of Hollywood movie greats, Alfred Hitchcock's Sabotage from 1936, starring Sylvia Sidney, Oscar Homka, and John Loder. I have not watched this. I have never seen this. But again, considering the number of Hitchcock films in this box and the different packagings, wonder how much of stuff was entering into the public domain to be released through a number of different distributions and so forth. All right, what we got here? The collector's edition, Perry Mason. That's Raymond Burr. And okay, so it's 2 episodes on 1 tape. The Case of the Restless Redhead and The Case of the Baited Hook. Was this through? And this was through Columbia House. And I had a bunch of Star Trek tapes through Columbia House, and those got tossed a couple years ago because I needed room for other things. Here, probably should not have done that, but actually pretty cool. So we got episodes of Perry Mason on VHS, and one of the tapes that you basically subscribe through Columbia House, and you got like 2 episodes every month. You pay them off, you get the next tape in the series. Pierce Bronson, Rene Russo in The Thomas Crown Affair. Again, this is a movie I have not watched. 1999, so we're in the middle of Bronson's run. So it's almost like at the peak of his powers and drawing power, mind you. A sexy, steamy, clever, fascinating caper movie, according to Rex Reed of the New York Observer. You know, and probably can find it digitally and watch it that way. I could actually just go and just like find movies ones I've seen and haven't seen. I could easily do first time reaction videos, and this is a double VHS one. Tom Berenger, Jeff Daniels, Martin Sheen. The Towering Achievement, Gettysburg. Original widescreen theatrical format. The movie's so big, if they couldn't fit it on 1 tape. Like 145 minutes on 1, and part 2 is 115 minutes. So there you go. When they had to do like double cassettes. Can you imagine like a movie being so big that it's like it couldn't fit on a Blu-ray or a DVD disc? Actually, no. I actually can consider that being a thing, because what was it? WrestleMania 18, for some strange reason, was a 2-disc set with half the card on 1 disc and the other half on the other. I think WrestleMania 19 and 20 were like that too. And the reason I'm thinking about it, because I have those. I do have those on DVD. Either which way. So that's what's in this box. And this more likely is going to end up being like a series of videos. I might do 1 a week or something, or maybe just record them in advance and just have them premiere on certain days. But that's what's in that box. It took a half hour. A good portion of those movies I have not seen. Some I have obviously seen, and so it does give me food for thought for things to do. Anyway, if you enjoyed this unboxing of sorts, I guess what you was supposed to hit like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Yeah, do that if you want. So with that said, we'll see you nightly over on my Twitch channel. Stay safe, tighten your friendship bracelets. We'll see you next time. Bye.